Now your lines should be pretty consistent running around from edge to edge, like so. You've got the lines on top. Now it's time to go through and use a file to go through and file this in. Now, could you use a plane? Yes, you could use a plane, but I don't want you using a plane for this task for a couple of reasons. Number one is you can depend on planes too much and you don't get that fine finesse, and students often overplane. And we don't want to overplane this. The second one is it's really handy to learn how to use a file. Then you want to pick up your file. You hold it in two fingers like this, you swing that into your palm like so, and then you're ready to file. Down here, there's a point on this on the file itself. It's called a tang. And you should never use a file without a handle, because that can often slip and go straight up into your wrist like so. And then you lose movement in your wrist. It's incredibly dangerous. So you must always have a handle on that file. Now, one thing I will say is you always want to make sure you're filing end grain first, or you're dealing with end grain first, because of chip out. If it happens to chip out when there's end grain or when there's timber here, it's normally not going to be as big an issue. But if you file this all off, you're more likely to chip some end grain out and cause problems. The same thing goes for when planing and routering. So for this, let's deal with the end grain first and then come around and work on that long grain. Now, one of the things you want to be cautious of is, of course, going through and not slipping. If you slip, you will damage your piece because it is soft pine. But we'll tidy that up towards the end. As you can see, we've gone around, put a 45-degree angle on all edges. Makes it a little bit nicer in the hand when you're using that. And yeah, just softens the overall experience there. Now,